for Appalachian State on the kickoff, and Hill breaks away. Flag is down as James Hill goes all the way up past the 45-yard line. And a transfer from Rhode Island with a big kickoff return that might be coming back. And it is a hold against the Mountaineers. Like Chris Johnson, the linebacker, got a hold of somebody. Coming up tomorrow, the Division II football championship continues. Bloomsburg takes on Northwest Missouri in a semifinal. A championship presented on ESPNU at 5:30 Eastern by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. And then Delta State takes on Grand Valley State, the champions, also presented by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, but this time on ESPN2 at 7 Eastern. That also available in high definition on ESPN2 HD. Grand Valley, they are the monsters of Division II football. Won it all last year. We did that game in Florence, Alabama. It's fun. I love doing these playoff games. These rule. These are great.
Devin Moore right now has to become the guy for Appalachian State. He has to run the football inside.
Because Kevin Richardson is out after tweaking his hurt right shoulder, and Moore, the true freshman, gets it and is taken down at the 25 by Jim Phelan. They lost 32 yards by the way of field position on the hold on the kickoff return.
Pam, you see this a lot. When you lose your star player, Richardson goes down, there's like a gasp in the air here. The crowd knows it. The defense of Youngstown knows it. The offense of Appalachian State knows it. So Youngstown's not out of this game. If they can stop Appalachian, force them to punt, they can get right back in this football game.
This crowd has been quiet since Richardson went out. You could hear a pin drop when he left with the shoulder injury as Monty Edwards, talented quarterback, reaches the football forward close to the 19-yard line. Cordero Jackson making the stop, but you're right, since Richardson got hurt, this crowd, which has been as crazy as any we've seen this season, very, very subdued.
They're thinking about this game, but they're also thinking about next Friday without Richardson, maybe. So that injury really has put some kind of quiet on this football game.
Right now, Appalachian State with a comfortable 35-17 lead. 4 receivers in now for the Mountaineers. As Moore, that is a true freshman backfield. Devin Moore, number 30, the running back, and 14, Armani Edwards, the lefty quarterback, and he throws it right into the middle of the line. Fortunate that wasn't picked off. Bobby Likes Knight among those who was able to get in on it.
And go back to John Haycock when he decided to kick the field goal on the last 4th down, because he's got a feeling right now his defense can stop Appalachian State and get back in this football game. So those 3 points were big.
That is the first incompletion thrown by Edwards all day. He was 7 for 7 in this game, and that's the first pass he's thrown here in the second half. Jason Perry going to get it, as Youngstown should have. Perry on the 46-yard line. The Penguins should get good field position. As there's movement, Youngstown jumped, and everybody's pointing at the other side. And remember, it's a 3rd and 4, so if it's a Youngstown penalty, it's a first down. But the question, obviously, were they drawn off by Appalachian State? And they were not.
All your defensive players on a punt have to look at the football.
Neutral zone is back. 5 yards. Brings up first down.
Dorian Chenault, Bob Perez among those in the neutral zone. And so it's a first down, Appalachian State.
That's big. Make that mistake and create a first down for Appalachian State.
Gosh, like 4 of them jumped, and as we said, they would have had the ball most likely close to midfield, but instead it's a first down from the 24. Big time rush. Edwards somehow gets rid of it. It falls incomplete, but he was just a millisecond away from getting sacked by Dorian Chenault.
Here's what's happened. Without Richardson and the inside threat, all of a sudden Youngstown now can turn it loose on Armante Edwards. They really put pressure on him with Chenault.
And that's the game plan, really, as Kevin Richardson watches from the sideline. He has the shoulder with the ice on it. You want to make Edwards throw the ball, and they're doing just that. He has now thrown 2 straight incompletions, had not thrown a pass at all in the second half until this drive. Moore, there's your freshman running back, trying to take up the slack of Richardson being out. Goffer stops him, but he gets 5 yards. Appalachian State working on a terrific home winning streak here, as they have won 26 straight games here. Last time was in a playoff loss to Maine in 2002. And here's a remarkable thing. 4-year seniors under Coach Jerry Moore. If they win today, they leave here never losing a game at home.
Big, mean Black Bears, the last loss here.
And this win would take them into the championship game against Massachusetts. We're inside a minute in the 3rd quarter. Another 3rd down. Edwards completes it. Grabbed by his tight end, Daniel Bettis. Bettis' first catch of the day. And he is into Youngstown territory after a 27-yard gain.
Daniel Bettis, every team early in the year tried to key on Bettis. They knew they had to take him away. What I'm impressed with, he reached out and grabbed the football. Good concentration.
Boy, that was a great catch by Bettis. For more on him, here's Dave Ryan.
Yeah, Pam, there is one player left on this App State roster who experienced the program's last loss you guys just told you about. Let's watch this play.
Not much there as Moore goes down. Go ahead.
26 games ago, Pam, you said it. 2002 NCAA first-round playoff loss against Maine by 1. It was. Tight end Daniel Bettis just had that nice catch of 27 yards. Now, he suffered a knee injury in 2003, took a medical red shirt. He says he's reminded his teammates throughout the playoffs about that loss with Maine. He says that was one he can just never forget. Wants nothing more than to finish his career with another win here at Kidd Brewer Stadium, and he's now about a quarter away.
Well, I'll tell you, Rhino, he really helped out. That was a terrific catch by Bettis to keep that drive alive as the 3rd quarter comes to a close. One of these teams is 15 minutes from a trip to go into Chattanooga to play Massachusetts for the national championship. We'll be back with the 4th quarter in Boone. How about this? The Chancellor, Kenneth Peacock from Appalachian State University, leading the band.
He's my player of the game, Chancellor of the century. He's the guy. I hope all the other presidents around the country can get a look at him and to see his passion for this university. And he's not worried about embarrassing himself, or he just loves the school.
First play of the 4th quarter, Armante Edwards, the quarterback, who went over 2,000 passing yards on the season and 1,000 rushing yards today, carries it. Chenault makes the stop, and Peacock, he's got the Penguin. He's letting everybody beat up on the Penguin. That's Youngstown State's mascot. And he was here earlier parading the championship trophy from last year around, and he is really into this football program. And again, we spoke with the head coach yesterday, Jerry Moore, and he gives Chancellor Peacock a lot of credit for really taking this football program to the next level. They won the championship last year, first time ever, and they're going for 2, as they say here in Boone. They try to win it again next week. Edwards takes off without his running mate in the backfield, Kevin Richardson, who's hurt. And boy, what a talent that freshman is. Terry finally stops him. This is a true freshman quarterback.
You can talk about Division I AA, you can talk about Division I, you can talk about 3-2. This guy could play on any level.
How about
Armante
that? Boy, broke a couple of tackles there and ran for the first down. This guy was playing high school football a year ago in South Carolina, and now he is 14 minutes away from going to the national championship game.
He's calm and cool, too.
That's what the coaches and his teammate Kevin Richardson, we met with both of them yesterday, and he's just real calm, doesn't lose his head. As TJ Corman gets it and goes backwards. This is where you really miss Richardson, as they can't run him. He's hurt, and Phelan drops him for a 7-yard loss. For more on Edwards, let's go down to the field and Dave Bryant.
Yeah, Pam and Coach, I'm amazed. I'm watching Armani Edwards throughout this game. Now, you and I, we met him yesterday, right? 6 foot, 165 pounds. They listed, and that might be generous. This guy's legs look like toothpicks out here, yet he is powerful enough to break tackle after tackle. He is a strong runner on his feet, despite diminutive size. Mike, how's he doing it?
He's fast, he's calm, he's poised, he's confident. He knows the offense. He played this offense in high school. That's why he came here. He believes in Jerry Moore, and he thought it was going to be redshirted this year. All of a sudden, they took that off in his third game. Armani Edwards, the rest is history.
13-13 to go. Appalachian State takes the timeout with a 35-17 lead.
Sadly,
To Boone, North Carolina, and we are on ESPN. The Appalachian State fans looking forward to playing UMass, they hope, next week in the national championship game. Armani Edwards, their true freshman quarterback, has been great.
Edwards takes the direct snap, runs up the field. He has really good speed, makes good cuts, and control the football. Here with a TD pass, and it goes right back to run the football like a single-wing tailback. This guy has been impressive.
And you see he is over 2,000 and 1,000 on the season, passing and rushing respectively. The 5th in Division I history to do so. And he takes off again, coming up on 100 yards for this game on the 11th play of the drive. Edwards gets 15 more.
And you see the move again. He gets in the hole. He makes cuts. He makes cuts working down the field.
And the very dear company of these guys in Division I history, with 2,000 yards passing in a season and 1,000 yards rushing.
And Mike Hall's proud of Brad Smith, a Missouri graduate, so
Mike
I'm
Hall.
sure he's glad he's on there.
Mike Hall, our buddy down at ESPNU. And remember, this is a true freshman here. Vince Young did it as a junior. And Moore, the backup running back, Devin Moore, just goes through everybody and scores the touchdown for the Mountaineers.
Pick up the hymnals because church is over here.
Calling it?
Yeah, it's over.
Devin Moore running for his 2nd touchdown of the season. Goes 25 yards. And Kevin Richardson says, that a way to go, guys. Way to score with him out as he tweaked his hurt shoulder. It's a hurt bruised trap muscle. Trapezoid, right?
Trapezoid.
Trap for short.
I took kinesiology
There you go.
one time, or maybe it was 2 times.
Yeah, maybe you had to go back. Just to learn to spell kinesiology would be a repeat for some of us. So Appalachian State building on this lead. Extra point added by Julian Roush on that drive. Remember, it was kept alive by an offsides on 4th and 4 as a penalty is down on the extra point, and then a 27-yard completion to the tight end Daniel Bettis on a 3rd and 5. Edwards had a scramble on a 3rd and 5. They kept it going. And a personal foul against Appalachian State. So that drive was really helped again by that offsides on 4th and 4.
Have a
Big
touchdown.
play.
After the touchdown, personal foul, number 62. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Matt Eisenhower, one of the tackles.
Devin Moore with a big play on this touchdown.
25 yards, a lot of speed as he's running towards Chattanooga.
The NCAA Championships on ESPN. The NCAA Division I Football Championship, presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. We'll pick you up. And in part by Ford. Bold moves. They happen every day.
Fans here at Appalachian State back into it. 25-yard run by Devin Moore to extend the lead to 42-7 over Youngstown State. The winner takes on Massachusetts in the championship, and there's the scoring drive. 87 yards, by far their longest of the day, almost 6 minutes. And again, Youngstown State offsides on a 4th and 4. They would have gotten the ball close to midfield on a punt most likely, but instead the drive stayed alive. And another touchdown for the Mountaineers. Josh Kaysen grabs the kickoff, and he is taken down around the 31-yard line. That is where Youngstown State will take over. Youngstown State has had trouble stopping the run, to say the least. 300 yards even for Appalachian State. Kevin Richardson and Armonte Edwards both over 100 yards rushing for the third consecutive game. Richardson with 145, Edwards 15 carries, 102 yards. Both of them scored twice on the ground. Very impressive showing for the Mountaineers. Zets, every play is a desperation now as T.J. Peterson, his leading receiver, gets it at the 45-yard line. And that's a first down for the Penguins.
Peterson coming up with another good catch. He had, coming into this game, 72 career receptions.
He's been great in the playoffs, had 15 catches coming into today's game, and has 3 so far tonight for 39 yards.
Out of Florida, St. Thomas Aquinas, George Smith, the coach down there.
Zets throws it right into the arms of Corey Lynch. And Lynch, who broke his arm 5 short weeks ago, grabs the interception, his 4th of the year. And 17th of his great career for the junior, another Floridian.
Got away from Tom Zetz. Ball came out of his hand the wrong way, and the pick by Corey Lynch.
Lynch, All-Southern Conference first team for 2 straight seasons. Coming up with that pick. Over 18,000 fans here today. That's a new postseason record at Kid Brewer Stadium as Dexter Jackson gets it. The pass from Edwards and picks up 3 yards. And Corey Lynch, heck of a game for him. Double-digit tackles, broken up a couple of passes, and also has intercepted one. As we are approaching 11 minutes left to go in this game, and I think there's nothing App State would want more right now than maybe another 5 or 6 minute drive. Now facing 2nd and 7, but no Kevin Richardson. If you're just joining us, their star running back re-injuring his shoulder, and Moore has come in and has run for a touchdown, and the true freshman running back gets a first down on that carry, 7 more yards.
It looks like Appalachian State's on their way to Chattanooga, but still 10:45 on the clock. UMass, the team they're going to play, if they do win this football game, is #1 in scoring defense in the nation. So they'll have a defense that'll try Armonte Edwards and Richardson if he could play, Devin Moore in this really great offensive line.
So #1 in defense against Appalachian State, which is 3rd in scoring offense in the country, averaging well over 35 points a game. With today's effort is, boy, Devin Moore. How about that talent off the bench as he picks up 13 more yards, and it's another Mountaineer first down. But you got to give a lot of credit to their offensive line.
Cam, I was going to say that. You're right. Kerry Brown and Scott Suttle and Robertson in the middle just open up holes right and left here.
And on that play, Jonathan Bieshke, sophomore from Port St. Lucie, Florida, number 72, also chipped in and made a terrific block. First down from the 27. Appalachian State with a huge lead. Edwards, he can improvise with the best of them. Oh boy, how does he do it? William Mayfield gets it, and he's tackled down inside the 10-yard line.
Pam, I talked to Mac Brown about Vince Young, and he said, you know, there's no problem. 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, just call a play, and Vince made it work. And the same thing's true here. Armonte Edwards can buy some time. Jerry Moore can call whatever he wants to call. Armonte Edwards keeps the play alive.
And the scary thing is, obviously, as a true freshman, he's only going to get better. Oh. I mean, wait till he gets some experience under his belt, because right now, he is amazing.
They may never lose here.
No, not. They have Edwards for 3 more seasons, as they are 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Moore gets it and is tackled down after a couple of yard gain. You mentioned Mac Brown, of course, the head coach, won a national championship last year at Texas, but look what he used to look like.
He had a hairdo too.
How about that? In '83, he was Appalachian State's coach for 1 year, 6-5 on the season. That's a suave-looking photograph, walking
Sure
confidently on campus at Appalachian State. And now it is Jerry Moore's team. He's been here for 18 years, a Robinson Award finalist out of the state of Texas. Gives a lot of credit to Tom Osborne. And Armonte Edwards, is he in? You bet he is. Armonte Edwards scoring his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. That time from 8 yards out, it's just a matter of time, 8 minutes and 57 seconds to be precise, before they're punching their ticket to Chattanooga.
Yeah, they're on their way. Youngstown could not stop the running game of Appalachian State.
What an explosive offense, and they've been playing this entire 4th quarter without Kevin Richardson. Julian Rauch, their junior from Gastonia, North Carolina, knocking home yet another point. So Appalachian State now with 495 yards of total offense and 49 points. Dr. J was a UMass grad, and boy, Baylock, so exciting to watch. The great offensive line there for the University of Massachusetts, and they have beaten Montana. First time in 10 years, by the way, that the top 4 seeds have made it to the semifinals of the formerly known as Division I AA championships. And UMass, number 3 seed, knocking off Montana in Missoula. One of the great places to watch a college football game, by the way, Missoula, Montana. And here it looks like number 1 with a bullet is Appalachian State. They are impressive today against Youngstown. Kaysen with the kickoff, trying to make something happen, and he's tackled down just past the 20-yard line. Appalachian State won its first ever national championship last year, and here's a couple of happy guys with their rings. Richie Williams is a starting quarterback, and one of the most popular guys here in Boone. And they are here to support their former teammates as they get ready to go down to Chattanooga. Williams doing really well in the Canadian Football League, playing for Hamilton. There's this kind of offense, this spread offense, where quarterbacks will do really well up in Canada with only the 3 downs, where you need a quarterback who can do a lot of stuff. T.J. Peterson with the catch for Youngstown. And Peterson is stopped down around the 29-yard line. Appalachian State, by the way, 12-1 on the season, about to go to 13-1. Their only loss, in case you're wondering, came way back in week 1 to NC State.
By 13 points. So they, and I'll tell you the thing about Division I AA, Division
Championship,
I,
subdivision.
Championship, whatever. They have 63 scholarships. Now the Division I teams have 85, so they have an advantage. But I'll tell you, there's some good teams in this classification that can beat Division I teams.
Oh, that one was almost intercepted as he was looking for Irizarry, his tight end. There's a lot of division or bowl subdivision players coming to play now in this division. Jim Tressel won 4 national titles at Youngstown State, 10 playoff appearances, 3-time National Coach of the Year, and then in 2002 won it all at Ohio State, trying to do it again this January. So Tressel, and we won't even say a long line of coaches at Youngstown, a short line of coaches at Youngstown that have had some tremendous success, as Marcus Mason, the running back, one of those guys who did transfer over from a big school or from a bowl subdivision school from Illinois, gets the carry. And here it is. This is unbelievable, Mike Gottfried. Only 5 coaches in the history of Youngstown State football.
And I worked for 2 of them. Ray Dempsey was the guy that brought me in. Bill Narduzzi came in, and then I went to the University of Cincinnati with Tony Mason. But those 2 guys were good guys, good coaches.
And Narduzzi, his son is Pat, and he's a coach. 5 coaches all time for Youngstown State, as Zetz, the quarterback, takes it all the way down to the 34-yard line. That's a 21-yard gain. So you have 5 coaches all time at Youngstown. Here's a contrast for you as we go to the other subdivision. The University of Alabama, this is just since Bear retired in 1982. That's 8 head coaches. Joe Kynes now the interim head coach, now that Mike Shula has been let go. And Rich Rodriguez, according to some reports, was head coach for a little bit.
And then there's question mark, who's going to be number 9?
Right, who's going to take over that job? Quarterback change here for Youngstown, as Mike Schneider, the backup, has stepped in. Schneider gives it to Mason. Schneider, by the way, not in the media guide. He graduated from Duke University, where he was on the football team for 3 years, was a partial starter, and then got hurt and was replaced. So he graduated from Duke and is using up his final year of eligibility to play as a senior here at Youngstown.
That's great. Great story. Going back to Alabama.
Yeah.
They need a search firm or something. I mean, they really have not handled this well.
Not at all. As Mason gets the football and takes it inside the 15-yard line for another first down. Titus Howard makes the stop. 13-yard gain for Mason.
And they have the greatest fans in Alabama and for the University of Alabama, so they need to get the right guy.
When we are finished, we'll get you to Sports Center here on ESPN. Marcus Mason over 100 yards on the day, 20 carries for 117 yards. So Marcus, who missed 2 games this year with injuries, now has 10 100-yard games out of the 12 that he has played. As that carry takes Youngstown down to the 11.
How about Jerry Moore? He's found his place in life. You know, we're all looking for a place, and he found his place. He's happy here. He's passionate about this program. He knows he doesn't want to coach anywhere else.
Well, he loves living here too, doesn't he?
He loves living here. His family, I'm impressed with what he's done here.
2nd and 7, not a very nifty handoff. Looks like the ball might be loose. That was a big scrum, but Youngstown still has it. Let's go down to Dave Ryan.
Well, Coach Jerry Moore has got some serious facilities coming his way, Pam. Talk about the future. A big push made here to upgrade their facilities, part of a $32 million campaign. New baseball, soccer, and softball stadiums being built, an 80 by 60-yard indoor football facility to go up. The crown jewel, a goal line to goal line, 100,000 square foot press box, luxury suite structure. That's a lot of words there. It's going to include locker rooms, meeting rooms, VIP corporate suites, a new state-of-the-art press box. It's going to take 18 months to build. It'll be ready in 2008.
It's going to be gorgeous as that pass is caught by Gibson, and he battles his way to a first down inside the 5. This is the last game for this press box, and this is the old one, and that's what the new one will look like.
We're in a closet.
This is the smallest space I've ever worked in. Close quarters with all of our buddies up here. Bill Garrity, our spotter. Let's feed our
right here.
stat guy. We're in that
corner
space.
right there.
Joe Bates is up here with us. We're very friendly and cozy up here. We're keeping each other warm at least. It's going to be a beautiful new facility. Schneider's pass is caught for a touchdown. T.J. Peterson gets it and stretches into the end zone. So Schneider comes in for Zetz, and he throws his 2nd touchdown of the season. John Haycock, in his 6 years as head coach at Youngstown, went through a couple of tough seasons, and they don't take losing very well up there. A couple of losing seasons, and things have certainly turned around.
He's doing a good job. He's got the program right where you want it. He's got the backing of the people there, the university. He's the right guy.
He says you just got to hire good people, stick with your plan, and he has done that. As Brian Palmer knocks through the extra point, but it's just a matter of time now. 49-24, they're ready. They're getting ready to celebrate. Getting ready for their second straight championship. Ken Peacock, the chancellor, on the cart.
Star.
He's the best. He's been leading the cheers, leading the band, and now he's leading the taunting as they're going to their 27th straight home win. He's got the championship banner draped on him.
I tell you, there's coaches all over the country right now would like to have him as their president.
It certainly shows the hands-on support. The fans love him. Onside kick. And Youngstown has the best shot at it, but it just goes out of bounds. William Mayfield got his hands on it for Appalachian State as a flag is down. The fans here starting to chant, "We want UMass," and they're going to get them.
There is no flag. It'll be Appalachian State's ball. First down.
Uh-oh. Jack Winter mispronounced it. It's Appalachian State.
Yeah. Jack, you're in trouble.
There's the Appalachian State rushing attack as Trey Elder has indeed replaced Armani Edwards at quarterback. Look what Edwards has done. 3 rushing touchdowns. Richardson in only 3 quarters had 145 yards, and Devin Moore was great, the true freshman in relief.
Wow.
How about that? A lot of weapons.
Even though those guys had great games, they're not my player of the game.
No.
My player of the game, Ken Peacock, the Chancellor.
Chancellor has been all over the place.
I love this guy. I want to do more games here.
In the
After
press
the press box.
I was going to say. That's Devin Moore, who's run for a touchdown, stopped down by Marty Hutchinson. A lot of seniors here for Youngstown playing their final game. 27 seniors, 17 of whom are fifth-year seniors, so they'll have some retooling to do on this Penguin squad next season.
Jerry Osafsky, who played linebacker for me at Pittsburgh, is the coach of the linebackers here. He was a great player, a middle linebacker. I had 2 great middle linebackers, him and Willie Pless in Kansas. I mean, Jerry Osafsky knows how to play the linebacker position. He's going to be a great coach.
Youngstown coming in as the champions of the Gateway Conference. And that is Trey Elder. Elder taking off with the football. He's a junior from Duncan, South Carolina. He backed up Richie Williams last year, the All-American quarterback we showed you earlier. He actually started in the national championship game against Northern Iowa because Williams was hurt. But then Williams came in. Remember Williams last year in that championship game playing with one good arm? He was hurt and came in and still led them to the national championship. And now Elder's backing up the true freshman Edwards.
Pam, you're all over this.
Oh, that was a great game. I
everything.
watched those playoff games.
I know you do.
They mean something.
But everything, yeah, I mean, you have everything down. You're my play-by-play person of the year.
Wow, you were just handing out all the plaudits today, weren't you? Moore slips a tackle and gets it into Youngstown State territory for the first down. Armani Edwards, what a game this young man had, the true freshman, running for 110 yards and 3 touchdowns. He threw the ball, didn't have to throw it that much. He's 10 for 12, but a touchdown pass. And again, the 5th player in Division I history to go over 1,000 yards rushing and 2,000 yards passing in the same season.
He got great advice from his mom and dad. They told him when he was young guys wanting to play football, they both said to him, if you get your grades, you can play. If you don't get your grades, you're out of there. So he knew early he had to study.
Both of his parents were athletes. He gives them all the credit, so those are his mentors and role models. Bobby Likes Knight with a nice stop on Devin Moore. And Sports Center is indeed coming up next as soon as we are finished here. Armani Edwards, plenty of reason to smile. 1 year removed from high school, he's going to play for a national title game, and Youngstown on the other side of the field just played a very potent offense today that they could not stop. They will finish their season 11-3 on the year. One of those losses came at Penn State, by the way.
And they will be back. The Penguins will be back.
Minute 19 left to go. A flag is down on the field.
Appalachian State, 5-yard foul. Remains second down.
Somebody got to Jack Winter and told him how to pronounce Appalachian.
Well, they probably heard us up there saying, Jack, you got to.
This is the big thing right here. Kevin Richardson play next week. Will he be healthy as Edwards signs some autographs? But Richardson went out. He hurt his shoulder a couple weeks ago against Coastal Carolina and tweaked it. And if it's only a bruise, you would think he'd be able to play.
I would think he's going to play. And he talked about his mom, Carolyn, raising him and doing a great job with him. He wanted to say hello to her, how much she means to him.
Carolyn makes the 5-hour drive every week to see her son play football from their home in Elizabethtown, North Carolina on the coast. And Edwards and company have done it. The brackets are complete. The top seed and defending champ Appalachian State will take on the University of Massachusetts Friday night on ESPN2 at 8 Eastern Time. And the fans have already stormed the field.
Great fans. Not storming the field. They've been great all night till now.
And they're doing it prematurely because there's still 26 seconds left in the game. And Appalachian State has to run one more play. The officials trying to get them off the field. And they already have crews out protecting the goalposts as they're trying to keep the goalposts from being torn down.
They can, the fans can come up here and get the press box.
Yeah, because that's being torn down on Monday. Do you want to swing the sledgehammer first? You want to be the first guy to knock it down?
Could be.
Could be. It's going to be a beautiful new facility when they're finished. And a beautiful victory for Appalachian State. The fans are all piled up on the Mountaineers sideline. They are ready to storm the field.
I've been impressed with this student body. Loves this team. 4 quarters they've been standing up yelling.
It's a school with just under 15,000 students. They got about 20,000 per game here. Only Montana has better home attendance in the championship subdivision. And they are getting ready to have a good time in Boone on a Saturday night. And now the final seconds can tick off. And for the second straight season, Appalachian State will play for the championship. And they will go for their second ever title next week against UMass. A terrific effort for Appalachian State. Both Kevin Richardson and Armani Edwards over 100-yard rushing. For Mike Gottfried and Dave Ryan, our entire crew, I'm Pam Ward. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, so long as we send you to SportsCenter.